So you're thinking about moving to Eagan, Minnesota? Well, in this video, we're going to let our fingertips do the walking and Google Maps do the talking. And if you stick around till the end, we're going to show you some of the best kept secrets of the community. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living in Eagan, Minnesota, well, you have come to the right place. Click that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and smash that like button on the way in so you can be the first one to know about the current real estate market in Eagan, Minnesota. Now, my name's Garrett Hilton. We get calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking for help on making their move to Eagan, Minnesota, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're making your move in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to make your move to Eagan a smooth one. Oh, and don't forget, all of our contact info is in the description below. Well, good afternoon, everybody. We got a lot of information to cover today, so we're going to jump right into it. So I want to make sure that I'm sharing my screen here. All right, rock on. So here we go. We have got, let's start out. Today we're going to be talking about Eagan, obviously. And I wanted to, just if anything, share with you a little bit about me as a realtor, like how it kind of works with kind of a day in the life of looking at homes and a day in the life of finding values and connecting with the communities in and around the Twin Cities suburbs. This is going to sound terrible, but first and foremost, what's really important to me, generally, if we're going out in the mornings, if you're going to be moving in from out of the Twin Cities, or you're within the Twin Cities, just in another area, but we're going to be meeting up and looking at homes. Generally, I always like to start with coffee. Whether you and I meet or I run grab coffee myself, we start with coffee. Eagan is a very, very established, beautiful community that was developed really in the early 80s and all throughout the 90s and early 2000s. It was kind of brought to a completion. Obviously, there was homes built in the 60s and stuff there. However, a lot of the executive construction was built in Eagan in the late 80s simply because there were some pretty major industries like 3M and those that were over in that area. Let's look at coffee shops in and around Eagan, Minnesota, and that would be, first and foremost, would be Vendela Euro Boutique and Coffee House. Really, really nice artisan coffees, really good matcha teas. Hope Breakfast Bar, another great one. Kind of a breakfast place that I would definitely tell you to go to. They got crepes, pretty fantastic. 4 stars, not the greatest rating in the world, I would say. I enjoyed their fare when I was there. However, you know, generally these reviews, in many cases, they don't lie. If they're below 4.2 stars, well, as long as you're above 4, you're okay. But like at 4, you might be sliding on the side. It's probably like a service thing. Maybe they've got low staffing. However, if you're patient, it's probably a place that you should check out when you're in the area. The tea time, definitely great. Junior's Cafe and Grill. It's more of a lunch place, not really a breakfast spot. When we are looking, let's hop over at the MLS really quick here, and we're going to talk about what's available in Eagan, Minnesota right now in the current real estate market. And we've got tons of condos, tons of single family homes. These are twin homes. Let's use draw on page. If you look right here as a realtor, this is townhome quad. So this would be like a townhome that's 1, 2, 3, 4 homes, and it's got two driveways on one side, 2 driveways in the other, and then it's got decks on the ends. And that'll generally be in a neighborhood of like 30 to 40 of them total. So like minimum 5 to 10 buildings. Another one, single. Okay, so this is prime example, single. So that would be a single family home that is freestanding, has its own lot, ... One thing to pay attention, let's see, let's give you definitions. Here, put this in there. Oh my gosh, it even worked. Townhome, SID. So it would be like a townhome side by side. So it would be like townhomes that are in one big long block of them. And for now, let's get that off there. Let's take a look at a few of them. Let's run over to the map, shall we? Looking at Eagan, Minnesota. Okay. Wah, wah, lamb. Okay. So here's the community of Eagan. It's not the largest in the world, just west of St. Paul Park and Inver Grove Heights, and just southeast of the river valley. Well, it's in the river valley, of course, but so we'll go draw on page, and let's go like this. So it kind of borders the river valley. It's just northeast of Burnsville, and your major roads going into Eagan that you're going to find are going to be like 62, 55, Pilot Knob Road. You've got 35E and 35W running through the community right at the southwest corner of the or corner rather of the city of Eagan is going to be where the 35s both split and where they meet and just turn back into Interstate 35. So as far as commute goes, great. You're right off of a freeway. It's pretty darn close. And a lot of the neighborhoods are adorned with beautiful parks and things of that nature. First and foremost, what matters to you? Generally, if you're going to be living in a suburban community, you're going to want to know, what do we got for grocery stores? I want to know how convenient it's going to be to live here. You got Hy-Vee grocery store. They're new and improved, kind of on the scene, and they've been popping up all over places, all over the Twin Cities suburbs. Hy-Vee is a very, very large grocery store, very competitive pricing comparative to Cub Foods, as well as they have like a bunch of, like, they've got like a deli. It would remind you of a strip mall, where the strip mall's like their cafeteria right in the center, or the food court. There we go. It would remind you of a food court. There's like four or five like bigger restaurant chains that'll have like a remote or a micro location so that you can order food there while you're grocery shopping and come and pick it up on your way and take it home for the family. It's always, I guess it's becoming a thing for most people. There's an Aldi. Love Aldi. Aldi's is awesome. They've got really, really great vegetables and fruit prices. I'm a big fan of them. Cub Eagan North. They got two Cubs. They got Eagan North and Eagan South. Kowalski's Market's a little more of an upscale type of a Cub Foods, if you will. They're going to have generally just nicer decor, better lighting, not so like big box store feel. Kind of like it's going to feel like a hometown grocer. Another one that's just like this is Fresh Time Market. Everything's organic. Really, really great place to go. Lunds and Byerly's own Cub Foods, but Lunds and Byerly's is kind of the primary corporation that does own most of the Cub Foods in the state of Minnesota. So they have a lot of the same products, a lot of the same vendors, just a little bit more upscale. Valley Natural Foods, it's another one, kind of a co-op type of a grocer. A very, very great location, very convenient. Daycares, for those of you with younger kiddos, it will not disappoint. Eagan Crestwood KinderCare, Everbrook Academy of Eagan, Everbrook Academy of Eagan again. It's a small world after all. Small World Childcare Preschool Learning Center in Eagan. Eagan Crestwood KinderCare. KinderCare is kind of a classic throughout the state of Minnesota. The Goddard School of Eagan. Goddard schools are all over the Twin Cities suburbs. It is a daycare center. They do offer classes, Montessori classes, as well as grade level education. It's definitely for kindergartners and such. Intergenerational Learning Center on Knob Road. Don't know anything about them. It says 4.4 stars, so I guess, sure. Primrose is kind of a bit more of an upper scale daycare center, and they do offer a lot of learning. In some cases in the state of Minnesota, you get what you pay for. The more expensive the daycare, the more care they put into your kiddo while you're at work. Tierra Encantada on Dodd Road is an entirely Spanish-speaking daycare. Eagan Knowledge Beginnings, another one that's like a pre-K, kindergarten, and I believe a private first grade. I'm not 100% about that one, but I'm pretty close to sure. hours walk-in childcare, which is great. So it's for those, you have to register your child. However, you can just walk them in. Let's say you got an appointment that came up that's a rando. It is a bit more expensive. However, it's great, especially if you can't locate a babysitter on the quick. Breakfast in Eagan. Oh man, I love breakfast in Eagan. Wait a minute, did we talk about all the single family homes? Oh my Lanta. Garrett Hilton. Let's go back. Hold on a second here, y'all. All right, so we're gonna run back to the map and we're gonna take a look at what's available in Eagan just to kind of give you an idea. I'd say the median home price in Eagan is, well, you know what? Let's just ask the Google machine. Hold on. Yep. Median home price March 2025 after first quarter was $364,900. And just recently it was updated to $384,000 in the year of 2025. 25 of 2000, if I'm saying that in the most old world style. 3-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage on Hunt Drive on the western side. I think this is a townhome. I'm not positive about this, but let's take a look at it right quick. Take a look at the listing. So these are under construction townhomes, a little bit higher end townhomes. They're about 2,600 square feet, and this is going to be brand new for the year of 2025. The minimum price is $545, maximum price is $560. So these are pretty well appointed townhomes. Got a 2-car tuck under garage. Pretty large though, $2,561. That's a big freaking townhome. Tax amount right now, that's on the lot, so that doesn't really tell us anything. They've been selling these suckers in this neighborhood for about a year. What do we got for association dues? Monthly association dues are about $400. Going to be a little bit more pricey in the area because it's a little bit more pricey build. They got 3 units reserved. Eagan's newest premier townhome development. Just 16 units. Oh, so this is a bit of a niche market type of a place. Cool, man. I like that. All right. Let's head back over to the map. Let's X out of that one. Okay. 804 Great Oaks Trail. 1.7 million. 3-bed, 3-bath, 3-car garage. Is this another new build? Yep, this is another new build. It's going to be right over by the... Let's go back to the map again. Yeah, it's right off Yankee Doodle Road. That's what I was thinking. All right. Actually, right over just off Dodd Road. Crane Creek Lane, 429. Another townhome, 3-bed, 4-bath, more of an executive place. They're right off of a wildlife preserve. Very, very nice townhomes. Let's look at a couple of pictures, shall we? Let's see what they look like. Photos. Oh, there's only one? Oh, no. Here, we got a bunch. Cool. There we go. Oh, wow. Fancy. Oh, look at those transom windows with a loft, 4-season porch, super huge open kitchen. Man, this is a huge house. That's a townhome. That's nuts. For those of you that don't want to do any yard work or any lawn maintenance or landscaping or shoveling your snow, perfect. Even comes with an office. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous primary suite. Granite, marble floors. Yeah, nice place, man. I like that. So let's move that sucker over here. Blam! Okay. And yeah, and let's move on. We already talked about breakfast places. Let's talk about lunches. Sometimes I do go out to lunch with clients when we are looking at homes. So let's talk about that. And in the community, you're wondering, hey, what's going to be good to eat? Southern Social of Eagan, a great place to go get cocktails on a happy hour. Kitchen and Rail, the truth is in the name. Get some food, get a couple of beers. Kindred Hearth would be kind of a, well, it says it's a hotel eatery for elevated dishes, a little more upscale. Definitely going to be more of like your adult atmosphere, not like an Applebee's or like a Chili's type of an environment or a bar and grill. It's just going to be more quiet and just a little bit fancier. Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, been there, great pizza. Bonchon of Eagan is Asian Fusion, which would be basically an upscale Asian restaurant. Andiamo Italian Ristorante. This was actually in one of my pros and cons videos back in Woodbury, because I think that I actually covered this at that time. Yankee Tavern, Houlihan's. Houlihan's is well known, been around forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. They may be an older bar, but dude, they got They got a really good atmosphere there. Jensen's Food and Cocktails, nice place, good place to go get steak and seafood. Surf and turf, baby. Lone Oak Bar and Grill, nice. Volstead House, Whiskey Bar and Speakeasy in Eagan. Cool, man. Mad Cow, I've heard really, really good things about Mad Cow. They franchised it. There's a few of them in the state of Minnesota. ZZQ Smokehouse is another good one. Their brisket is absolutely second to none. Let's see. Union 32 Craft House, another beer place. Z's Diner in Eagan. It's in a little strip mall. Good place for lunch and dining classic kind of stuff. Eagan Arms Public House, Irish Pub. Oh man, get some shepherd's pie. Their shepherd's pie is really good. Love it. So just a few, tons of restaurants around there, tons of bars and grills in Eagan. So great for nightlife and happy hours after work kind of life. Religious centers for those of you that are looking for that. River Valley Church, the Eagan campus. You've got Eagan Hills Church, Judeo-Christian. The House Church, Judeo-Christian. Foundations Christian Fellowship. St. John Newman Catholic Church, Peace Church, Woodcrest Church, Oak Hills Church. How many are we talking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whoops. Yeah. 16 religious centers inside the city limits of Eagan. Take your pick. We've got a Buddhist temple. There's also a couple of temples of Islam. So definitely a diverse neighborhood. I've said it many times before. Once you start seeing Spanish immersion, Christian churches, and Buddhist temples, you've got an area that's actually quite diverse. So even with it being a lot of Christian churches, that's the way it was when originally we started really developing the state. Churches were huge. That was a big thing. We've got a meditation center. Oh, Dakota Unitarian Universalist Church. There you go. For those of you that would like to are practicing of the Universalist religion. Advent United. There you go. Very much more classic or traditional Judeo-Christian teachings. So yeah, so definitely with your religious centers, definitely jam-packed. So, and there's a smattering of them all across the city of Eagan. So, and if you're wondering over here, this map, when I'm clicking on these, they're popping up. If you want to just draw your attention over to here. So if I click on this one, it does that, and it centers in on, come on, Eagan Promenade. There we go. It should be moving around right in a shopping mall. So let's talk about shopping malls. Twin Cities Premium Outlets. You got Coach Outlet, which is kind of cool. Eagan Promenade, Paragon Outlets in the Twin Cities at Eagan, which is more on the west side of Eagan. Eagan Town Center, 4.2 stars. So this is just kind of the Cub Foods. It's got a few. It's basically like a massive Cub Foods and then a strip mall attached to it. So it wouldn't be like walking around in the mall. However, it would be like driving into a parking lot and, walking across storefronts. The Shops at Promenade is a smaller strip mall. It's got a bunch of shops in it. Cedar Cliff Center. I've actually been here quite a few times. It's an older 1970s, 1980s mall. Actually, I think it's 1960s. What am I saying? That's 1960s. Anyway, got a lot of cool mom and pop type of stuff and some neat, like a Dollar General type of places and some unique boutiques. The Nike factory store in Eagan, that's over on the west side. I don't know if you've ever been over there. It's like a walking mall outside. And they've got tables and chairs and night lighting ambiance, especially like during the Christmas holiday. Diffley Square, another great one. Been to Diffley Square multiple times. Central Park Commons. That's more of another big strip mall. Let's head over to, for those of you that don't have kids and you got fur babies, we got the indoor zoomies, because the puppies got the zoomies. Okay, let's move on from the mall situation. Let's go over to the dog parks. You got Thresher Fields Park, and you got Eagan off-leash dog area, which is kind of cool because it's right off of a lake. So you can take Fido the Golden Reliever out for a run and exercise them and throw the stick or throw the ball into the water, which is kind of cool. Let's head over to schools in Eagan.
definitely does not disappoint. Eagan is known for their school district. A lot of headhunters in the high schools that are showing up there for sports, to offer scholarships and financial assistance to athletes that are looking to come out of there. Cedar School, Northview Elementary, there is a smattering of private schools in and around the public school areas. Glacier Hills Elementary, Deerwood Elementary, Trinity Lone Oak Lutheran Church, and School of Eagan, which is kind of cool. It's a Christian-based educational school. Thomas Lake Elementary, Ron Elementary is a popular one. The Gardner School of Eagan, which the teachers, front desk, and directors are absolutely wonderful, which they are. There's a lot of money that's been put into the public school system of Eagan, and that's why a lot of people covet those neighborhoods, because you get private school type of education for your kiddos, and it's a phenomenal community. Therefore, you can afford a little bit more. Maybe get a little bit more upscale of a house. I think that's really, really great. Totino Grace, Blackhawk Middle School, another, I mentioned it, the Goddard School of Eagan. I think it's great. Absolutely love that. We got median home prices. And wow, I feel like we flew right through that. Man, that was super fun. Thanks for joining me and talking a little bit about Eagan. If you got any questions, make sure to comment below any of your questions, because I do get back to any of the comments that are there. So feel free to do that. Otherwise, feel free to contact us. It's in the comments directly below, pinned in there, as well as it's in the description of the video.
Hey everybody, Garrett Hilton one last time here. Thank you so much for watching today. We really appreciate it, because we know that your attention is yours and yours alone. And if you could be so kind as to click that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, or smash that like button on your way out, it would be certainly much appreciated. Helps the channel out. And you stay classy.